The dice roll is an essential part to starting every Yu-Gi-Oh game, but outside of that, cards that involve dice or coins really haven't had that great of a history in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think that's starting to change. Let's talk about it.
Shake your ass! Watch yourself! Shake your ass!
What's up, my Nimrods? It's Gage, coming back at you guys again with another dose of that fresh, never frozen Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. I am tickled pink that you guys would spend just a couple minutes with me here today, talk about a children's card game we both mutually enjoy so fucking much. So today we're talking chance cards, but more in particular we're talking about a brand new release in the form of summon dice. I already made an entire discussion on chance cards and how I think they should be adjusted moving forward in Yu-Gi-Oh! So they can actually be used. And I think summon dice is a step in the correct direction, and it really wanted me to build upon that discussion I made before and make a couple points that maybe I didn't make in that prior video. So let's just get talking to what summon dice does, because this card's pretty fucking cool. Summon dice is a normal spell card that reads, you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. You pay 1,000 life points, roll a die, and apply the result. If you roll a 1 or a 2, you get to immediately after that resolves, normal summon a dude. If you roll a 3 or a 4, you get to special summon one monster from your graveyard. And if you roll a 5 or a 6, you can special summon one level 5 or higher monster from your hand. So pretty much the too long didn't watch for that other video I made kind of goes as follows. I really pushed the emphasis that these cards should have more positives than negatives, and they shouldn't be even as well. When we think of really good cards that revolve around dice rolls or coin flips, two of the most popular cards that come to mind is Sixth Sense, which literally had no downside depending on what you picked, and then also Snipe Hunter. When we're talking about having more positives than negatives, it doesn't get much better than Sixth Sense. That card literally, in any sense you were using it, it was positive. That card's fucking ridiculous. Hopefully we never make that mistake ever again. Snipe Hunter, however, I think is the embodiment of a fair chance card. This card was actually really good, being one of the only spot removal cards at the time, but I think it was also fair in the sense that it relied on chance to be able to knock out a monster. The cool thing about Snipe Hunter and its design is it gave you more of a positive. It gave you a better chance to be able to pop that monster than not, having a little bit higher than 50% ratio. I think it's somewhere around 66%. Even tweaking those fundamentals of Snipe Hunter just a little bit, I think even making it a perfect 50-50 chance, the card wouldn't see play then. I just think that the scale being tipped in the player's favor a little bit extra was just enough for this card to be played. And I think that all cards revolving around chance, whether it be die rolls or coin flips, should really follow this premise that Snipe Hunter set, giving the player the edge. You should be rewarded for taking these chances rather than being punished when you don't hit them. I think summon dice is definitely a step in the right direction, checking all those boxes that I said before. Being able to normal summon a dude immediately after resolves is pretty cool because it also allows you to stack on top of Seraphonite or double summon. Normally you wouldn't be able to do that. If you roll a 3 or the 4, you get a monster reborn for your graveyard only, which is just still equally as good. And I guess the weakest of the effects is if you roll a 5 or a 6, you get to special summon one level 5 or higher from your hand. Not all decks are going to be playing 5 or higher, of course, but if you happen to just have one chilling in your hand, drop that bitch for free. Pretty cool. I think this card is very well rounded. But the most important thing is at the low cost of 1,000 life points, you're getting a guaranteed positive. No matter what it is, you're going to be able to summon something. Of course, if you meet the requirements. If you don't have a card in your graveyard or whatever, tough shit, you made a poor decision. But I think summon dice is where we should really be looking when we're designing all these chance cards. The coin flip is another essential part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Well, in some card designs at least. The Arcana Force archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh! Revolves 100% around the coin flip, and which pretty much equates to just a 50-50 chance of getting a good or a bad effect. I think Arcana Force had a chance to be a really decent deck, having some extremely powerful and potent effects built into cards, but I wish they would have been designed a little bit differently. I understand the whole thematics around the deck, where you have a 50-50 chance to get a really good effect or a really bad effect, but I don't think that makes for a really powerful archetype. A thematic one, sure, but a powerful one, not exactly. I think a cool design concept to look at for coin flips is not only having a positive and a negative, but maybe having two positives. So when you flip the coin, you get a chance of getting either or effect. Now, as I said though, both of these effects should be equally as powerful, and I think that would make a really interesting card design, being able to have different utilities for different scenarios. Just something that rolls off the top of my head would be something where like you flip a coin, and then whether it's heads, you can pop a monster on the field. If it's tails, you can pop a spell or trap. That seems like a really simple, but also just just a really powerful card design. I think a card like that, whatever it may be, would be well equipped to suit multiple scenarios, and I think it'd be a card that, depending on the archetype it's built into or how good of a generic card it is, might actually see play. I don't know about you guys, but I just think personally, if you're playing a card that revolves around a chance that you'll get a powerful effect, I think you should be rewarded for taking that chance in general, rather than being severely punished and pretty much just putting yourself in a situation where you lose the game if you don't hit that percentage. I think having a card built like Summon Dice, where you have an equal percentage chance to get an equally powerful effect of all three, is really good card design. It's really something that I could see people actually playing in the game, rather than just playing for the fun, zany fact of maybe you'll pull off the world combo. Yes, skipping your opponent's turn is fucking incredible, but also giving your opponent a free card from their graveyard is just as bad if you don't hit it, and I think this is what we start to stray away from. Summon Dice just happens to be a step in the correct direction, and I'm all for it. I hope we see a lot more cards like this. This is probably one of the best RNG cards we've ever had in the game. Of course, again, next to Sixth Sense, next to Snipe Hunter. It might be better than Snipe Hunter. Let me know what you guys think about that.
That's all, folks.
If you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video, especially if you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I'm uploading regularly. Feels pretty good, man. That being said, be sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim Nim, signing out. God damn it.